Okay, so for the first part of this community challenge, you're gonna want to go head up this dirt road after you spawn in. Just follow where I'm going. You're gonna spawn right here at what's it called, Tablack Charlie, and then you're gonna want to go all the way up here to the Tablack base and complete the mission stock drop. And you have to do it without killing anybody. So this means you can't kill anybody. Like, don't knock anybody out, don't shoot anybody, don't run anybody over, don't blow anybody up. You can still have other people kill them. So you still can call them rebel support, you still call them mortars, you still command your friends or your AI buddies to open fire. Just you can't kill anybody. So what I like to do is order the AI to open fire, and then I'll go run around and grab the enemies, use them as meat shields, so then they absorb all the bullet damage, and then eventually they'll die, so that's one less person I have to deal with. But yeah, so just follow this dirt road, and then once you get to the top of the mountain, just make your way down towards the coca stalks, and yeah, complete the mission there. Okay, so here we are at the base. Now, you're going to want to start on this side, next to the first coca stalk. It's right next to the edge of the map, sort of the middle one. There's one sort of in the middle of the base, there's one on the edge, and there's one all the way on the right. So now, what I like to do is call in rebel support spotting right there. Spots practically everyone in that area. There's two guys in this first building right here. There's a drone jammer. It's over right there. Got little blue lights. You can take that if you want. I don't really see a need for drones. But, I mean, they're useful, but not really right here. Because it gets you spotted if you get too close to an enemy. But there are two enemies in here. One's a heavy and one's normal. The normal soldier will walk in between this one with the tin roof and the building behind it, as you'll see right here, once I get to a better position. But there's a coca stalk right there, which you need to blow up. So then, this is probably where you get sort of spotted the first time. But once you get spotted, just head right back up that rock to where you drop off your dirt bike or your vehicle. Yep, there's the enemy. And then go and hide up there until it sort of cools down. So there, throw a grenade, and instantly start running away from the enemies so don't get spotted. So there'll be an explosion alert, everyone in the base will get alerted, they'll start looking around. Now is the time where you call on rebel support, just to sort of distract the enemies, get them away from the other coca stalks, because remember, the explosion can't kill anybody. So if you do throw a grenade or chuck a C4 and it does hit somebody, then yeah, you have to restart the mission after go respawn back at the rebels held base. Yeah, so one problem with getting around towards the one all the way on the right is that sniper right there, because it's all pretty open right here, so the sniper will try to spot you. But once you get over the ridge, there's a lot of bushes, so you don't really need to worry about the sniper anymore. So right, don't shoot anybody, throw a grenade at anybody, or basically do anything that could possibly harm or kill anybody. But yeah, so once you get over here into the bushes, you should be good for that sniper. And then now you're going to want to spot, there's going to be, usually there's one person up here on the building. When I did this, there was not, but the other times I did, there was. So there is a gate down there you can open up for rebels to distract. But yeah, so I just end up calling in a spotting group. But since the explosion alert, I guess maybe it pulled away the two enemies that are usually inside the building with the coca stalks over here. But yeah, so if you do get spotted, it's probably either by that sniper there, because there's a sniper in the building, or someone just happens to jump you like what happened to me. What I try to do here was call an armored SUV so I could grab people and stash them inside the SUV so I wouldn't have to kill them. Then they're also out of my way. But the SUV can't spawn far away. So yeah, see, there's the sniper. But then I get dropped on, and I have to quickly run away. So I don't kill anybody. But yeah, just hop the fence over onto the train tracks, then hop the other fence. And then, yeah, I think I end up going to the watchtower with the sniper. Yeah. So just make sure you don't die, because otherwise it makes this a lot harder. Then, unless you have the one upgrade where you get 2 lives or 2 revives per fight instead of just 1, then I guess you get an extra chance. But if you don't have that, make sure you try not to die, because you probably will end up dying either by blowing yourself up or getting stuck in the middle between 2 enemies that you can't kill. But yeah, so I just end up using this vehicle right here to stow an enemy. So if you want, you could try to do it stealthily and grab every single one in the base and put them all inside of vehicles. I think that'd be a little overkill and not really needed. But yeah. So I got lucky and there was nobody inside the house with the coca stash, so I didn't have to worry about grenading anybody. So I free these rebels, let them distract the enemy so I only get hunted instead of being engaged. That way enemies won't open fire on me the moment they see me. That way I still get a little bit of a detection meter. But the coca stock is in this little building with the glass. Right there, yep. You can chuck a grenade in there, throw a C4, it really doesn't matter, as long as you blow it up. Now the third one's right in the middle of the base. I'll be heading down there. So now, this one's the hardest one to get to because there's a lot more enemies around. It's not sort of on the outskirts. So what I would do is I'd find it heavy, like a heavy enemy, one with a little shield symbol above their head. I'd grab them and use them as a human meat shield. So that way, if someone is shooting at you, it won't hurt you, it'll only kill the enemy. And that way, that enemy's also out of your way. But one of the downsides of holding somebody is you can't release them while you're in a fight or while you're hunted. And also, you can't throw grenades or C4. So you will have to find somebody to shoot them, and then you have to escape from the other person. But yeah, see, I almost get spotted there. And this other person comes up behind me, so I start running. There's a sniper up here too, so you gotta watch out for him. What I would do is, yeah, I think I ended up camping in this building for a bit. Grab a few people and let them kill each other. But you're gonna want to find a building with as few people as possible. Yeah, so you can grab a heavy like this. And then, now that I'm engaged, people will know exactly where I am. They'll open fire on me. But yeah, so now I have a meat shield, which now I'll slowly start getting rid of the people in the base, like getting one person killed, grabbing the person who killed them, getting that person killed, and so on and so forth until I gotta have people out of my way. So here's another heavy. Now, the time I did this, because I did try this once before, sort of like a test run. And the time I did this the first time, anyone who shot the guy in my hand wouldn't die. The guy in my arms would die. But then I guess my AI were all of a sudden really smart, and they'd kill the person that was shooting at me before the person that was shooting at me would kill the guy that was holding. Yeah, so I find this guy, and this guy meets the same fate, gets killed by an AI, smacks against the wall. It's kind of funny ragdoll. But yeah, so I slowly start making my way to the coca stash. There is a lot of enemies in this coca stash, so watch out if you're using C4, especially if you have the extra explosion radius perk, if you bought all the first level 1 perks before it. Because it does, like, I think, double or triple your C4 and grenade explosion radius, which isn't the best. But yeah, see, this guy just starts unloading clips into his buddy. Yeah, so once you start getting close to the coca stash, I'd grab, like, a light infantry instead of a heavy. Just that way, if you need to get rid of them, they die a little faster.
Check the warehouse.
Yeah, and enemies still will be able to shoot you, not the person you're holding, if they're behind you or to the side of you. So make sure you're sort of holding the person towards the enemy, not towards you. Otherwise, you will still get shot at and die. But yeah, so here's another heavy. So that guy dies. I grab this guy, and then there's cars outside, right outside the stash, so you can go right outside and start sticking them in there. Yeah, there's a Humvee right there. So I stick him in there, and then I think there's one more guy that ran to the coke stash, so I couldn't throw a grenade in there, otherwise I'd blow him up and I'd fail the challenge. I think this is one of the more annoying challenges that they've given so far, because you can't kill anybody. Like, the second part, at least you can shoot people, or you can still, like, knock people out and kill them with grenades. This one, you're not allowed to kill anybody, which makes it really difficult to sneak into a highly fortified base.
Got a coca stock inside the main building.
Yeah. So now you can run back into that building, grab a C4 or a grenade. I think C4 works best for this one because it has a bigger explosion radius. But really anything will work. I guess you add extra grenades or something. Yeah, so I blow that up, and solo challenge 1 out of 3 complete.
It's gonna hit Madre Coca where it hurts.
Okay, so now for the second part, you want to go to Okoro and go do the mission Aggressive Competition. It starts off where you have to kill or interrogate LMSR assistant. Make sure you start off at Okoro Charlie. But yeah, so you want to go all the way up to that peak up there where the mission is, right there. And then it's the very top mission, Aggressive Competition. But yeah, so in the end you have to destroy 2 cocaine labs. It's pretty easy. But you have to do this whole mission without shooting your gun once. So you still use grenades, C4, mines, basically anything in your tactical. You still use friendly fire, so if you have a friend playing with you, you have the AI, you can use those. They can still shoot their guns, it won't cancel the challenge for them. If you have a friend doing it who hasn't done it yet, it will cancel the challenge for them. So I would suggest maybe doing it with someone who hasn't done it already, or maybe doing it twice. I'm going to speed up the video clip here so you see how to get to there. I'll slow it down again once we get to the convoy. But yeah. Okay, so here at the convoy, you might want to call in like rebel help or may set a few mines down. But yeah, mines have a flaw because you know the normal civilian cars can trigger them, which can lead to a game over. If you kill too many of them. But yeah, see here I ordered my AI to start firing. I called in a bunch of rebels. I called in a mortar too. Started spawning the enemies too. But yeah, so here they drive over my mines, almost kill myself. Then the Humvee with the minigun top is the one you want to stop. So make sure like once it starts smoking that you don't run into it, because I did this once and I rammed it. It caught on fire. I didn't notice because the black smoke started coming out before. You know how it goes white smoke, gray smoke, black smoke. Black smoke means not fire, and everyone inside will get out. Yeah, so it didn't do the transition to gray smoke, because I guess I did too much damage. Must have been right on the verge of white smoke. But then I hit it, and then the assistant jumped out and I ran him over. Yep, right there. So you don't want to do that. Okay, but here is how I stopped. I think this is the easiest way, because that way, if you destroy the vehicle before you start chasing it down, you'll have a lesser chance of blowing up the vehicle with the assistant in it or running him over as he jumps out. Because he is on the right side of the vehicle, so if you are chasing it down, I guess just stay on the left side. That way, if anyone does jump out, they'll be all enemies, and they're expendable, so it doesn't really matter if you kill them. But yeah, see, there's the mines I put down and killed the civilian instead of the enemies. So I tried to get my AI into the vehicles, start up the minigun, but they didn't want to, so the rebels came in, and then they all started running away. Kind of everything got screwed up a bit. But yeah, so I had to turn around, and then a couple other rebel cars and Santa Blanca cars joined the fray. So it was really, really big mess up there. But yeah, so now I learned my lesson from last time. I was slowing down. See, there goes the gray smoke, black smoke, and then the assistant jumped out. Yeah, so just grab the assistant, interrogate him around the spot. Doesn't really matter if being shot at. It's easiest to do this all on arcade, besides for the last one. The last one has to be done on extreme. But arcade's the easiest, because that way you don't die as fast, and then get through this a little faster, because I don't think you guys want to spend like half an hour trying to do one part. But yeah, so he's going to start talking about his kids, and if you want to see pictures of the kids, and obviously you don't really care. You just want to get the information. So he's going to tell you where the base is, he's going to tell you the access code, which you're going to punch in. But yeah, so I'm going to speed up until we get to that part. I'll see you guys there. Okay, so here we are coming up on the base. I got a hop hour here. It doesn't really matter where you approach this from. All you have to do is just get into the laboratory. Get up to the second floor of the laboratory. There's a little staircase on the inside. And then you have to hack into the computer. It takes like 3 seconds. Then it'll give you the locations for, like after you complete that, I guess it hacks the system and virus is put in that screws up the whole laboratory and basically spoils all the coke. But then 2 little arrows will pop up on your map. You don't really need to destroy the generator right here, actually. I just did it in case there was like an alarm. But 2 little arrows will pop up on your map where there's 2 stashes. All you have to do is just chuck a couple grenades into those buildings and blow them all up. The one problem is, if you try to just throw grenades in the building, there is no windows or doors that are open or that you can break through or throw things through. So you have to push the little button on each of the buildings that opens them up, just like I did for this one. So yeah, the staircase is on the left side of the front door. You run right up to the top. Hacking the computer. You don't have to defend it or anything. It'll just take like 3 seconds to finish. But yeah. So factory's shut down. Just gotta spoil everything inside. So now you gotta find the warehouses. One's on the left side, the first one, and you don't have to do that one first. But I guess it's easier because it's closer. That's what I always do, unless you want to spend like an extra 20 seconds run around. Yeah, remember, don't shoot. You can still knock people out, just don't shoot. So I do go down because I'm trying to rush into the building. Yeah, I almost pulled the trigger right there. I was really tempted. But yeah, so you have to push these buttons. And there's a guy with a minigun in here and another guy next to him. So I forgot about that part because they don't want us to play this mission. So I just tried to rush up and get to the stash. But yeah, that didn't work out too well for me. Because there is a graded fence in the bottom which they can shoot through because they're below you. Or the minigun, I guess, can still get below you. But yeah, so you gotta wait for... I had to wait for my teammate to come up and revive me. Then, just be careful when you're running in there, because remember, there's a minigun, so you're gonna get screwed up fast, especially if you're doing it on, like, hard or extreme. But yeah. So you still can kill people with, like, explosives and melee, as long as you don't shoot them. Like, if you even just pull the trigger while you're heading somewhere, like, even if you're just shooting at a tree or a rock, it still will screw up the mission, you'll lose. Then you have to restart and go all the way back to the main checkpoint. Yeah, so I stood in this corner because that's where I wouldn't get blown up. I left one little stash, which I almost shot. Yeah, so I just threw a little grenade there. Blew it up. Okay. So the last one is all the way on the other side of the base, which you have to run to. You don't have to run to. I guess you can walk if you want, but I ran to it. There's a lot of people down the middle, so if I were you, I'd flank over to the right unless you've killed everyone inside. Yeah, there's a little train station or railway with the train in it. You have to hop over the train or run right through it. My guy was retarded and hopped over it, so I tried to fit through the crack, and obviously my guy didn't fit. You know, why were you destroying the two little stashes when that there was a huge stash? That's why I want to know. Yeah, see, I climbed right over the top. Yeah, this here's the last stash. This is the only other one you have to destroy. Just push the button. This here is small enough for one C4 to take out the whole thing. So let's throw a C4 like right in the middle.
I got the C4
like right sort of by the front doorway. And then blow it up, and there you go. That's your next challenge completed.
Damn, that was a shitload of
so yeah, so this next one is pretty difficult. And you'll see what I mean in a second. You have to spawn in and do Laboratory 1, Laboratory 2. On Extreme, without dying, all in one run after spawning at Villa Verde Bravo. And so, if you do die, you have to respawn at Villa Verde Bravo to reactivate the challenge. So, as you saw, I already did 2 out of 3, because I guess I died somewhere in between. I can't remember where I died. I couldn't find any video footage, so I must have died, like, right at spawn somehow. But yeah, so, here's what I mean, like, if you do die, it'll say, challenge, or you failed solo challenge 2 out of 3, respawn at Villa Verde Bravo. And then, yeah. So the smartest thing to do is there is a helicopter right next to spawn, which I figured out afterwards, after I died on my little dirt bike stunt accident. But it doesn't really matter which one you do first, just Laboratory 1 is closer, so that's when I went for first. Sort of what worked for me, well, the first time I did this, where it didn't let me complete the challenge, I guess I screwed up somewhere. But the first one, first time I did this, it worked a little better, because I landed on the roof without getting spotted. And then I killed everyone through the windows. Or I let the AI kill everyone through the windows, because I guess the windows are bulletproof all of a sudden now. So you can't actually shoot through the windows, but the AI can. Kind of the same thing, like where you're doing those little vehicle drop-off things for the rebels, and your AI can all of a sudden see everyone through the walls, and you like sync shot everyone inside before you breach and clear. Yeah, so I tried to park my helicopter right on the end so that it would fall off the edge so I could pick it up later, but that didn't work. There is an alarm, which we'll call in an armed helicopter and 2 car escorts, which get kind of annoying because they come right through the front gate and kind of block any exit if you don't have an escape vehicle, like one that can fly.
You're in trouble. Get down.
Yeah, so it does only take like 3 shots to kill you. So if you do get spotted while you're doing this, I'd lay low, and then maybe call in like rebel, yeah, like that, rebel spotting, show everyone inside the base. The generator is inside on both of them, and you can't just like pull the lever on, you actually have to blow it up, like completely destroy it. If you just pull the lever, it won't finish. Like, you won't be able to finish the mission. But yeah. So, I'm going to speed it up while I kill all these guys until I get to the end of this mission. And I'll show you how to get to the second laboratory. So here we are. We're starting the second base. But, yeah. So, it said solo challenge progress, 2 out of 3 completed. That means we destroyed one of the laboratories. Once we restore this one, we'll say 3 out of 3 and we'll get our gun. But to do the first part, all you have to do is just set to extreme and fast travel to the Villa Verde Bravo base. And they'll say 1 out of 3. Yeah, so then you restore 1 laboratory, goes 2 out of 3, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so if you want, you don't actually have to kill everybody. Just makes it a little easier. Make sure for this one, the laboratory 2, you kill the guy who's in the back because he has a mortar. So if you're outside, that mortar will screw you up really bad. One shot you because, you know, it's a mortar on extreme. Yeah, so make sure you blow it up with an explosive, because if you just disable pulling the handle, it won't work. You actually have to completely destroy it. But yeah, there it is, 3 out of 3. Get your MK17 Tiger Fang. Yeah, so now I'll show you how to do the Task Force Challenge. Now the quickest way I found to do this Task Force Challenge is if you do the Framing LOA mission, and you respawn at really any outpost, doesn't really matter. But just head over there, and then there's a veteran in the window. He's usually on the window on the left or on the staircase on the right of this brick building here. See, there you go. Spawn right about, yep, there. So once you spot him, just head back that way towards the boat. There's a couple of boats. Just head really to any boat and just go down the river until the little red dot disappears. Once the little red dot disappears on your minimap, like that you spotted him, that's when you know you can go back, and then just keep doing this over and over 8 times. And it only takes like 10 minutes, so yeah. See, this way for this one, I went back up the other side of the river, came back around after his little red dot disappeared, went back. And it's a little more difficult when you go to that side because, you know, you can't really see the window. Yeah, so the boats respawn too, so if you screw up with one of the boats, after you've gone far enough away, the boat will respawn. But yeah, so I think this is the last one that I had to do, so I dropped the boat way up there. But yeah, so now you see, go zoom in, you get your Task Force Challenge complete, you get your Tier 1 booster. Yeah, so now you got your MK17, the Community Challenge already complete, so you get that special badge. Now you can have your Tier 1 booster. Thanks for watching the video, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this helps out a lot. Hope you guys subscribe to either me, Poe Pirate, Elusive115, or the Wolfpack. We're all here. And yeah, enjoy.
Watch it, it's gonna blow. That thing's gonna explode. Oh, hell.